Alright, what's going on, ladies, gentlemen, and those who are confused? My name is Pingu, and welcome to episode 5 of Playing Smart with Pingu, the series where I help you get better at the game by explaining the reasoning behind every decision I make. This episode, I'm playing Hardpoint on the map Hijacked. It's taken me about 3 takes to get that right. And I'm using the S12 in this game, and I actually go nuclear with it. That's not to say it's the only gun I use. I actually pick up a PDW, but I do manage to get a nuclear this game, and I was pretty happy with how I played. And I'm actually playing regular hardpoint this game, not multi-team, so I don't have to talk about the spawns. There's just 2 regular spawns on either side of the map, but those do flip quite often, so be aware of that. And my class is the Saiga with long barrel and fast mag, running flak jacket tactical mask as usual, and then my perk 2 is greeted with scavenger and fast hands, so I can easily switch to my secondary and throw my C4 when I need to get into a long-range gunfight. And what I'd actually advise is not running a secondary and just picking one up like I did here, and then using that point maybe on a tactical grenade or any other, maybe an extra attachment or something, or whatever you want. But it's definitely more. I don't know how I didn't die here. Actually, this is a decent play. The PDW's at its best. My kill streaks are the very team-oriented UAV, counter UAV, and orbital VSAT, and these are great for getting long streaks, and they're also great for helping out your team. What I wanted to say when I'm playing on this this hardpoint right here, the second one, I really show when to challenge and when to run away. So here I'm just kind of dipping back and forth as I see enemies get on and off the point. I'll go back and right here I pick up a VSAT from all of the assists that I'm getting. But you can see right here, I know that my Saiga won't really do the job if I'm trying to hit people coming in that back door, so I switched to my PDW, and there I just run away because I didn't want to challenge that guy head on. It wasn't a very, or it was a fair gunfight, and that's the last thing I want to do. And here I get hurt, so I just run away again. And it's good to know. You know, I've gone over this a few times, I think, in my videos, but it's good to know when to run away and when to challenge, because you'll save yourself from a lot of unnecessary deaths. And you'll see right here, I go rushing in. Well, I wait for my team to come with me. I spray some bullets in, and I rush in, and I probably shouldn't have right here because I could see on the VSAT there are a few guys in here, and I just I should have waited. I should have maybe flanked them or maybe done something else. So it's good to know when to back off because it'll save you from deaths like that. So here I just go rushing in again. I get a little luckier with my flak jacket and surviving that nade and getting the double C4 and all that. So, you know, it goes to show that, you know, luck is a part of this game too, and I think I've made that abundantly clear in a lot of these videos, that you have to get lucky to get good games like this. Especially when you're using a shit gun like the Saiga, and I don't even know why I decided to use it this game. Maybe I just wanted to challenge myself to see if I actually could do well with it. And yeah, so I'm actually playing with a full team this game, and usually I only have a couple guys that I play with, or you know, that there's only a few people on at a time. But when we do get a lot of us on, we'll obviously go play 6v6, and I actually have a very difficult time doing exceptionally well in this, and I think it's because of the fact that a lot of people back out, so games end pretty quickly, and we just generally kind of poop on everybody. So that's another tip actually that you guys should take to heart, is try and find a team to play with. If you play alone a lot, I know it can be very, very frustrating. I've tried it many times, and it's not worth it. So even like if you don't have friends that play the game in real life, try and maybe hop on Reddit. There's a subreddit for Black Ops 2 that has lots of people on there who are generally looking for players. There's a thing called Hijacked Gaming that Woody's Gamertag and one other guy, I can't remember what his name is, but they set it up, and it's basically like a dating site for gamers. Probably a lot of you know about it, but if there are any of you that don't, check it out if you need some people to play with. Or even if you want, go ahead and send me a message on Xbox. My team and I are always looking for people to play with, and we'd be more than happy to pick some people up who are looking to win, looking to have a good time, and all that on this game and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, go ahead and send me a message if you're looking for a team, and we'll try our best to pick you up at some point. I was going to talk about the, well, I already talked about the spawns, but just to reiterate, you can see, especially when there's a VSAT up, how quickly the spawns will flip, and it's kind of ridiculous. Like, when you have a VSAT up, it's kind of crazy to see. Wow, that was a nice voice crack. To see how the spawns flip and how fast they flip, especially on this map, but on a lot of the maps, like, you know, you get standoffs, slums, you'll get people spawning like literally right behind you, like 10 feet behind you, even when your team is all around you. It's kind of out of control. I was going to talk more about playing with a team though, because a lot of the videos you've seen me post are multi-team games, and those are the games that I generally tend to do. I don't even know if that's the right way to say it. Generally tend, probably not, but I tend to do well in multi-team games because there's less people to compete for kills with, and yeah, I don't know. I just it's grown on me over the past couple months for some reason. But playing with a full team, you trade off, you know, the frustrating losses and bad teammates, and here I had to super fast mode it because we were just, everybody left and we were waiting for new people to join in. But yeah, so like I was saying, it can get a little boring sometimes because I just had to speed up that whole part because there was literally nobody in the game. There's like maybe 2 people I think on the other team for that whole time, so it was basically just my team spawn killing them and going back and forth. Here is another thing to know when to run away. Right there, I just dipped the hell out of there rather than trying to challenge basically their whole team, because I think their whole team spawned behind the point right there. Rather than challenging them all head on, I just ran away and waited for my teammates to come up and help me out, because it's not worth it again to take a death like that when you can just run away and wait a second and wait for some help from your teammates. So right there, we just basically killed them all off of it, and they'll continuously spawn out behind this point. So if you're not aware of that, just be aware of it, because even if your team's on the point, if you don't have somebody back there anchoring the spawn, and basically what I mean by that is one person sitting in the spawn point so that the other team can't spawn there. If you don't have somebody back there, the other team will eventually spawn right behind you, so be very careful of that. You always want to use your start map. I'm talking about spawns and stuff, and using your start map is a really good way to get an idea of where the other team actually is, because you'll see on the minimap, like, you can see generally where people are going to come from, but you can't tell if they're really far away. You can't tell exactly how far away they are. So looking at your start map will give you a view of the entire map, and it'll let you know exactly where the other team is. So that's a really good way to find out where the other team is, and even if you do that on this map, the 2 buildings on either side actually they have 3 levels obviously, and even if somebody's on the map, on the mini-map, they could be, you know, anywhere on one of those 3 levels. So always, what I like to do, and right there I got really lucky, and it was for my nuclear too. But I like to always assume that the people in those buildings, if I see them on the map, that they're on a level that they're going to find me at. So if I'm on the bottom level, I'll just automatically assume that everybody is on the bottom level with me, and that way I'll never get caught off guard. And it's no big deal if they're actually not there, because then you were prepared anyway. So there, I should have been doing it there, but I think I was a little too preoccupied with other people on the map at that point. So but it just goes to show that, you know, I could have got killed by that guy who came downstairs, but I didn't. So always be aware of the spawns and be aware of where people are on the map. General map awareness is probably, you know, 50% of why I do so well, is just because I know where people are coming from, and I know where they're going to go. So I end up 46-2 with a 37 gun streak, 12 caps, 4 defends. I hope you guys learned something, and thanks so much for watching.
Nuclear with that piece of shit? Another kill. Every time you pick up a nuclear or